Hello everybody, welcome. I'm No O2, thank you for watching this video. This is Act 4 Quick Play Melee deck for No Hope mode. Specifically, this deck is designed around playing with 3 human teammates who are also random. And I gotta admit, I have to confess, truly, if you have intentions of playing Act 4 No Hope mode in Quick Play, I highly recommend that you just don't play a melee deck. Don't do it. Don't play a melee deck. The strength, the situation in which the melee excels is when you get to basically eat all of the horde events in a nice comfortable doorway, swinging your sword or your battle axe or what have you, generating lots of extra health for your teammates. And then you get to go out into the map with all that extra temporary health, ready to go, healing your teammates back up to full, etc., what have you. In Act 4, there are no real clean-cut areas for you to sort of do that. You've got to walk around and swing your sword in a large area. In the first, phase of the boss fight, you can sort of just stand where the zombies jump down and slash their feet when they land and things like that, and that's kind of nice. But I just gotta tell you, it's hard. It's hard to play melee in this act, I think. But this is what we got. This is what we got, and this is how we're going to be dealing with all the problems: mutations, the horde, and attrition. Flashbangs. I would recommend running flashbangs for our 3 grenade slots here. We have flashbangs that allow us to deal with mutations. We also ping them. We do not have to shoot them, so between Marked for Death and Ammo for All, we're sort of contributing as much damage as we sort of can, in a sense, right? Allowing our teammates to sort of deal that damage. Hopefully somebody on your team is that damage dealer, because trying to fit in the cards that allow you to sustain during like the endless horde events, especially in phase 2, with our melee, takes a lot of cards, I feel like. And I don't know. I'm gonna admit this feels janky. This feels janky. But we have Marked for Death, we have flashbangs, Marked for Death, Ammo for All, admin reload. I think this is so good. This, as I've been going through these melee decks, I sort of come to love Marked for Death with melee, because you get to contribute to dealing with mutations while still getting to hold your sword and keep doing melee stuff. Admin reload is going to facilitate that swapping in between during phase 2 and phase 3, and even during phase 1. There's some moments where you get some downtime. You get to help contribute to shooting the abomination with your teammates. But a lot of times those will be sort of intermingled with horde events. It's your job to then quickly swap away from your weapon to your sword and go do melee stuff. It is so nice to not have to worry about finding time to then also reload, because here with Fill and Full of Lead, we are running an LMG. I highly recommend you run an LMG. Use the burn card, it's fun, it's cool, etc. But admin reload, I come to find, is really nice when running an LMG with melee, because you just don't have to worry about it anymore. You unload your magazine, whether that be contributing to eliminating a tall boy or contributing damage to the abomination, and then you just swap and you're ready to go. You're instantly in there fighting the horde off, generating health and things like that, and taking some damage. And by the time the next time a mutation shows up, or the next time it's time to shoot the abomination, you're ready to go. No need to reload. It's really nice. Fill and Full Lead sort of maximize our damage here, but we're really interested in the fire rate. It's just going to allow us to empty our magazine sooner, and the sooner that we can empty our magazine, we're swapping back to our melee weapon. We're ready again for the horde event. You're pretty much always doing something with this deck, and you need to be really proactive about being in between your teammates and the horde of zombies. And so you're sort of just like swinging all the time and moving and sprinting places and things like that, and getting there in time so that people can be safe and you are generating the health and doing things like that. On your mark, purely for the ammo in phase 2, because that seems to be a really sketchy part where people tend to die, get smashed by tentacles, things like that, and it's really chaotic. On your mark will help prevent someone having to go to the ammo crate in the corner of the room. There's also a place where you can stand when opening that ammo crate, and the abomination will actually bite that player and like insta-kill them. And it's hard to pick them back up and things like that, so on your mark to help deal with any attrition ammo problems. And for the most part, the way that we're playing our LMG, only using it periodically to deal with mutations or the abomination if we have time. Because sometimes you don't shoot them, you just mark them for death and you move on. You keep swinging your sword and you're doing your thing. Next, cross trainers for the stamina regen primarily, but also this flat stamina is nice. Extra movement speed is actually really critical here because any bit of extra movement speed is going to help us to very comfortably zigzag around our teammates in these open areas, getting in the way of zombies and slicing them up. Then we have Adrenaline Fueled and Berserker. I foregoed Mean Drunk here. With Mean Drunk and a purple melee weapon, pretty much all of them, you one-shot all the zombies even if you slap them in the legs, which is really quite nice if you end up having like volatile zombies on this map. I sort of forwent it though because I think the swing speed does become a little bit more relevant here with how thick the hordes can sort of become. But also too, like I'm saying, this extra movement speed that we get from Berserker is going to again help you cover a larger space of area when things are getting hectic and crazy. You get 3-4 kills with Berserker, and you're already generating more swing speed than all of the other swing speed cards. You're moving, and you're moving an extra, like, whatever it is, 20, 23 to 25, 28 movement speed, and it doesn't allow you to get in the way of zombies more often and be there to hit them with the bat and generate health, keep your team healthy and things like that. We're basically a support character here with our flashbangs, our mark for death, and just health regeneration. We pick up Vanguard, Berserker, or not Berserker, Battle Lust, and Well Rested. The sort of bare bones minimum, right? Basically the 3 cards that you want to run if you're running melee deck, because why would you run melee but then not run the cards that heal you and your teammates? And then actually EMT Bag. Trying to mid-max how much health we're getting here. Instead of getting 2, we're getting, whatever, 3. If you play Holly, then you're getting more. But essentially, we're really trying to fulfill that role of just like we are mid-maxing how much healing that we are doing to ourselves as well as our teammates, as healthy as possible. Because when the supplies start to run dry, your arm will hopefully not be tired and you'll keep swinging. And then Fit as a Fiddle. This will allow us to basically build a little buffer of health at the beginning of the mission. This is the card that if you're struggling, or if there's a card that you would like to have or you're missing, pull out Fit as a Fiddle. Fit as a Fiddle is a win more card. It's nice at the very, very beginning when you have the opportunity to sort of build a buffer of health, of temporary health, without needing to suffer trauma first. Potentially keeping ourselves and our entire team extra duper healthy, right? Extra super duper healthy over the course of the mission, and potentially never taking any real damage at all. It's a little bit of a pipe dream. It gives you a little bit of a wiggle room, because for the most part, if things begin to go south, and you begin to fall behind in your health economy, it's really, really, really hard to build it all the way back up to the point that Fit as a Fiddle becomes truly relevant again. With that being said, Fit as a Fiddle is sort of like a win more card in that if things are going super, super easy, you don't technically need it. And if things are going super, super easy, you end up utilizing it the most. And if things are going horribly wrong, Fit as a Fiddle becomes a little bit irrelevant. It just ends up being +5 health to the team, right? But again, sort of this is a support card here. Feel free to pull this out, put in like Shredder, or maybe an extra grenade slot for the team, or you can put in more swing speed or stamina or Mean Drunk and things like that for Fit as Fiddle. Or one thing to consider too is Team Life. Sometimes Team Life is nice, allowing your team to basically, have more survivability over time. Because having to burn through all if you don't have any defibs or no one's running a support, sometimes the extra life is nice as well. But I would say like Fit as a Fiddle is sort of like the flex card. It can be Mean Drunk, Needs of the Many is a good recommendation. It can even be bags. It can even be shoulder bag, things like that. But for the most part, you're able to deal with mutations, help your team. We're basically a support. We assist our team in dealing with mutations by pinging it with Mark for Death and having flashbangs. We can contribute a little bit of damage, and we can do so quickly with filling full of lead in our LMG. Give them extra ammo. Then we just have the toolkit here. We basically have a toolkit here that allows us to roam a larger area more comfortably with bonus movement speed, and use Vanguard and Battle Lust to basically constantly keep our team healthy, or as healthy as possible, things like that. And that's the melee deck. really, I feel like it does sort of lack the solo win potential here. I struggled. I'll let you know. I struggled with them, with this one, as far as figuring out what is the bare minimum of melee cards that we can have, so we can make space for potentially having the ability to basically burn down the Abomination solo, to have the damage in our weapon as well. And it just feels hard to fit those two things together while still having grenades and like team damage that makes sense and things like that. So I don't know. There's probably something more to be had here. I will admit it. But I've had some success with this. I've even had success playing with the bots with this deck. But it's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt on Act 4 because it's just, there's no nice, clean place to stand and hold off hordes of zombies. You have to fight out in the open. And even with melee, that's still annoying. You need to commit even more cards to be durable to fight out in the open like that. And so, bare minimum as far as having bonus team damage and the ability to heal our team with melee. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the future.